Welcome to the Orpheum Theater in Los Angeles, California. This is when we flip the equation and you, not Lewis, get to bitch about all the bullshit in your lives. Now please help me in welcoming to your stage the host of the Rant is Due, Lewis Black. Jeff Stilson.
And we are here in Los Angeles at the Orpheum Theater, and it's a joy to be back in Los Angeles, the place that has truly rejected pretty much everything that I've wanted to do. Is there a show you want to do? And I'd come in and pitch the show to somebody who'd never studied anything. And they'd go, oh, we can't do that show. It's not funny. Okay, great. What about this one? No. And I pitched tons and tons of shows. We shot shows. Jeff and I did a show together called The Red State Diaries. We did it over 20 years ago. Before they were even talking, basically it just started talking about red states. And Comedy Central rejected it, and I had to come out here for the rejection. I could have done it in New York. They could have called me on the phone. But we shot it. We shot it in Florida, when they said that they rejected it because I didn't yell enough. So it's great to be here where this is the TV show I've been driven to do. It's just me and a microphone written by my audience, and it goes throughout the world. So fuck CBS and NBC. ABC, CW, Ticks or Us, whatever the fuck else is out there. This is from Gene Shore, and I want to thank everybody who wrote in. Why are you starting the show so fucking late? It started at 8:12, maybe 8:15, Gene. That, for most people, isn't fucking late, okay? If you're kind of moving around, but you went, I'm an old fucking Jew, and I need to get to bed an hour ago, fuck you. So thanks for coming out, and I hope we kept you awake. Aaron Whittier, the people I came with here tonight were worried you'd say fuck too much. I'm sorry I'm going to miss that conversation. Chris, this is from Janet Linen. Thank you. You're one of the few people who I just fuck it up and move on, so it's Janet Linen. How come we live next to the largest body of water on Earth and they say we don't have enough? What the fuck? Desalinating water is not a new concept. And it's not, and they've been talking about it for years. But they talk about it and then they go, what are we gonna do? Masturbate. This is Vanessa Castro. I'm a person who hasn't figured out what to do with my life. I get told about others' dreams and hopes, and it makes me want to lie down in front of traffic. Vanessa, and I mean this from the heart, don't let those who talk about their dreams and hopes upset you and drive you to put yourself in front of traffic. They are the ones, when they don't achieve those, they will be lying down in front of traffic. They will go faster. The ones who actually fucking think, God, I really have to do this, and then it doesn't happen, whew, those are the ones you gotta watch out for. You'll be fine. All you really have to do is, I'm serious, I've always felt this, is that it's whatever you think you really want to do, whatever it is whatever, as far-fetched as it could fucking be, go ahead and try it. Whatever it is, I don't give a shit. If you say, well, I really want to be a professional ice skater. Well, if that's really your dream, go fucking do it. So you break an ankle. But go do it, because I guarantee if you do something that far-fetched, it will lead you to what it is you want to do, okay? And that sounded like it came out of a Disney cartoon. Even I started to think, God, you've gotten creepy. This is from Jason Lee. My name is Jason Lee from Los Angeles. I live in one of the car capitals. I live in one of the car capitals in the world where traffic is so bad, it's jokingly part of the weather forecast. Why is it that every other fucking country in the world gets public transit better than the United States? It takes us fucking forever just to build high-speed rail. We used to be the leaders of rail transportation, for fuck's sake. All our public transit investments we should have made 20 to 30 years ago. What the fuck are we going to do when the world runs out of oil? Is it because Americans have been trained in the art of rugged individualism and can't give a flying fuck about their other fellow Americans? Fuck rugged individualism. Don't say that in South Dakota. Fuck rugged individualism, that's what's wrong with this country. The uber wealthy have managed to convince everyone else that rugged individualism is the answer. No, rugged individualism only works when you are the person of fucking immense wealth. I find it ironic that they're trying to sell us on this idea of rugged individualism and still expect us to work as a fucking team in a company. It's like, pick one, you fucking pricks. Either let us work as a team, both in the company as in the society, or otherwise, don't be fucking surprised that the talent pool is full of entitled assholes. The culture of rugged individualism is totally toxic. It's why COVID is still bad. We no longer can be the country that can band together for the sake of the national good because we're too fucking entitled and too fucking divided. And then, I don't get it. I'm sorry, because I'm editing this, because one of the things that's happening is that people have kind of had this kind of, during the pandemic, when I returned and started doing these, people wrote longer and longer and longer. People have a lot of shit to get off their chest. So when you're sending stuff in, just try to edit, because otherwise you're leaving it up to me, and I may fuck out the part that you really like. God damn it, you didn't read that. I don't get it. We live in an age where most things can be done by automation and robotics, and we could just be lazy as fucks in a society that doesn't need to work as hard. But so much of our society is fucking profit-driven, it's fucking ridiculous. Okay, as someone who was born in the 80s, I don't give a flying fuck about avocado toast. Just give me a life where there's a fucking second Bill of Rights promising me clean water, clean air, safe-to-eat food, cheap electricity, taxpayer-funded health care, reliable and cheap public transit, and fast, affordable internet. Is that so much to fucking ask for? This is W.C. Moore. This is a nice one. I'm a Republican that's been married to a Democrat for 28 years now. Together, we've managed to compromise, and my husband has become more frugal, while I've learned to be more compassionate. Why the fuck can't our Congress do the same? Because they're too busy masturbating. This is John Doss. Why do we allow adults at kids' sporting events? Adults ruin everything. I had an 8-year-old girl crying today, all because I had to eject her dad from a soccer game today because he ran across the field to fucking yell profanities at a 16-year-old referee. Hey, Dad, stop living vicariously through your children and try parenting. Thank you, John. Who yells? First off, why would you put a 16-year-old referee out there? I mean, I guess you're training them, and I think that's good, but not in front of parents. They're psychotic. He didn't know. This guy's an older guy. He probably thought the kid was 42. This is from Kate M. Fuck Uber and fuck Lyft. Those two companies are criminal organizations that spent about $50 million each to get people to vote yes on Prop 22, which meant that rideshare drivers would not be employees. Then some schmuck says, but you're your own boss. You get to pick your own hours. Shut the fuck up! Rideshare drivers only make money when there is demand. Did people really think a 5'6" woman, 110 pounds like me, wanted to drive a bunch of drunks on weekends, late at night and holidays? Multiple men masturbated in the car while I was driving. I guess they were senators. Other men invited me to come upstairs with them, and I dealt with entitled bitches who couldn't even say thank you before slamming my car's door. Drivers get no sick day, no paid vacation, and there's no way to know if Uber and Lyft are stealing tips. And speaking of tips, it is infuriating when a passenger says, I will tip you on the app. To all of the passengers who say that, fuck you too! This is... Yep, well, you know, you're not driving the cars. This is from Stephen H. And I'm reading this because I used to do what his gig was, I was also a bartender. Imagine walking into my bar. He's here tonight. Let me preface this by freely admitting to being a 39-year-old Dave and Buster's bartender. Yes. I've been bartending for over 15 years, and I've amassed clienteles ranging from rabbis to gold medal Olympians. In my head, I have the perfect job when it comes to mingling with people, and there have definitely been more good days than bad during my tenure. With that said, if you happen to read this during a Los Angeles performance, to which I will be present, would you please look into the eyes of every Dodger fan in the audience and tell them politely, yet firmly, to tip their bartenders more than 10% on their tab. In bartender world, we commonly refer to them as the Modelo drinkers. And they will sit at the bar for hours, sucking down Modelos until their eyes get red and puffy, only to throw down $3 on a $30 bar tab. Look at them right in the eye, Louis, right into their bloodshot, puffy Modelo eyes, and tell them if they don't start tipping the minimum suggested 18% gratuity, I'll make sure their salted rim has a bit more tang to it after the fourth go. Don't even test me. And it shouldn't be 18%, it should be 20, it should be 25. But 20 is good because you take 10%, which means you move the fucking decimal point. And then you take whatever that is and you add it to the other, or multiply it by 2. But I think it's easier to add it. And then you'll have what the fucking tip is. 18%, you got 10%, and then it's like, and then they'll just pass out. And then he goes on once again, it's too long, so I've cut this. I'm sorry, Stephen. And returning to my earlier jab at the Modelo drinkers, let me commend them for meeting my minimum expectation of actually ordering a drink when sitting at my bar. I'm reading this because my brother went to the University of Michigan. For any knuckle-dragging Ohio State fans in the audience, Louis, may I borrow your ire? Want to know what annoys me more than gangs of rowdy Modelo drinkers? The floods of obnoxious red shirts who come in during every Ohio State game. Not only do they sit at the bar for hours at a time with piles of graphs and charts strewn over the counter, they do so while sucking down nothing but Diet Coke and iced teas. The only iced teas a bartender should be making are Long Island iced teas. For military kids whose drill instructors didn't teach them proper bar etiquette. What makes the Ohio State fans so insufferable is their rowdiness. Maybe blame it on whatever's in their water, but they behave like drunks without actually drinking. It blows my fucking mind. And once they're finally ready to close out their $8.43 bar tab, throwing down a 20 and calling it a day, fuck you. You people have turned me into a Michigan Wolverine fan. Thank you for your time. Always remember to tip your bartender. P.S. The blender is fucking broken. I used to bartend, and for those of you who are looking for a bartending job, you tell the person that you know how to bartend. That's what I did. And then I knew a certain amount of drinks, but not all of them, like half. So somebody would order something, and I would just make it, whatever I thought worked. And I'd send it out, and then they'd send it back and go, that's not the way, that's not it. And I would say, well, that's the way I make it. How do you make it? Then they'd tell me, and I'd write it down. This is going to end with this. And I do want to thank you all for joining me tonight and coming downtown. Yeah. You've renewed my faith in your city. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. For those who are watching, afterwards, I will be sipping a new wine tonight. I get these wines from First Bottle, and you can actually, if you know how to find the Rant, the Rant is due on your phone. It shows up on your phone, and I'll be tasting a new wine this evening. And I happen to know this one. I like this one. I bought this fucking one on my own. Yummy, yum, fuck, yum. You're lucky I'm still out here. And this is from someone who's been going to hotels around and having trouble. I'm writing to Rant about how awful the hotel industry has been since the pandemic. And here's 3 small examples. I will read one. It was my favorite. We went to San Luis Obispo on a short getaway. We noticed people taking their 2 meager room towels to the pool. And not wanting to do that, we asked for towels. Their reply, we were hoping you wouldn't ask that. They're all in the washer. My husband, every single towel in this hotel? Yep. Top of the day on a weekend. Stunned, I turned around and asked where the cups were for coffee and tea. Well, we're out of those too. Thank you so much again. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to all of you who wrote in. And it was really great to spend time with you. Kelly, come on. It's my friend I'm bringing in tonight, my friend Kelly Carlin.
Hi, guys.
She and I had drank way too much wine together.
Yes, we have.
And so I will, tonight from First Bottle, we have the Schoolhouse Pinot Noir. It's a 2018, and it's from Napa Valley, the Spring Mountain District. I have actually bought this.
I'm glad the children are busy in Napa Valley.
Yes, yes, they are. So I am very lucky that I bought this on, because I just bought it. I mean, one of the things about First Bottle is they go, oh, we've got this wine.
Yeah, you trained me this summer, actually, how to get your favorite wine to your house.
Yes, yes. I'm really good at that. And this is one of the better ones. And yeah, actually, Bob ended up getting
He
some.
did, he just got a delivery, actually, a couple of weeks ago. We're
Yes.
very happy about that.
I am really,
Thank you.
I'm an enabler. You know, but I think wine is a good enabler.
No, it is.
It is. And this is, let me see what you think, because I really like this.
Oh, wow.
It's good.
It is.
It's really good.
I don't know all the buzzwords.
No, the buzzwords is, oh, cheap tires. It tastes like a bag of smack.
No, but it's really nice.
It is nice.
It's smooth.
That's what counts to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of things, you know, it can taste oaky or
Yes.
earthy. We had one last night that was earthy.
Yeah. This has a hint of something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's a hint of, have two more of these. And I think I'll watch some bad television.
Love Island. Kirsten Love Island.
Yes. So if you want to find out more about the Stonehill, I was right, Schoolhouse, I'm sorry. That's already, all it takes is one sip after a show.
Forget it.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
But if you want to find out, there's a thing below, it'll tell you, go there, take a look, and it's well worth your time. And truly, Kelly and Bob
It's true.
have started to get,
We've watched Lewis drink a lot of wine over the years.
and I got them hooked on First Bottle, and it's worked out.
Yeah?
You know,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
they're really good, and they're good with the other thing they're really good at. If it's screwed up, if there's a screw up, they work it out with you, and you actually speak to a human
So
being.
I was going to say, they're real humans behind it.
Yes,
That's
they're-
always a good thing.
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, it is true.
So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Gil.
Thanks.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, and good to see you, Bob.
Yeah.
And, it's been a pleasure.
Peace.
Oh, no.